Welcome everyone, I'm Amy Lopez. I'm a field advisor in the Office of Field Education at the University of Texas at Arlington School of Social Work. I'm here to kind of go over the basics of field with you today, so I look forward to meeting you all in person in the future. Okay, your field experience. You're embarking on the most challenging and most rewarding part of your social work education. Through this experience, you begin to transition from student to professional social worker. So enjoy this time of growth. It's a wonderful time. Okay, here's some information on the Office of Field. First of all, this is our suite. This kind of gives you a picture of what it looks like. We're located in Building A on the Arlington campus, Suite 301. The academic advisors are actually at the opposite end of the hallway, so we're on the left side when you come up the stairs. We look forward to visiting with any of you if you want to come visit us in our offices here. Here are the field office contacts. Dr. Dawnetta Smith is the Assistant Dean of Field Education. I'm Amy Lopez, as you can see below her name. I'm the Advanced MSW Field Advisor. My email and phone number contact are below there. Natalie Mangham is also the BSW and Foundation MSW Field Advisor, so you'd contact her if you have BSW or first year MSW needs for your field placement. And we have Ronnie Robinette, who's also an Advanced Field Advisor. She'll be handling students that are outside the DFW area. So if you're seeking a placement that's not in the immediate Arlington, DFW, Fort Worth area, you'd be contacting Ms. Robinette. Also, here is our wonderful admin, Ms. Susan Terry. She is basically the head of the front of the office, and she handles all the general inquiries that you have in regard to field. She will also direct you to your immediate advisor if she has a question that she is unable to answer. You can see her contact information there as well. And we all look forward to hearing from each of you. Okay, at the School of Social Work, we have some core CSWE, EPOS core competencies. I just want to list these for you because these are important when you're in the field and you're practicing social work. First one is professional identity. Second is ethical practice. Third is critical thinking. Fourth is diversity in practice. Fifth, human rights and justice. Sixth, research behavior practice. Seventh, human behavior. Eighth, policy practice. 9, practice context. And 10, engage, assess, and intervene and evaluate. Your MAVS email. I cannot stress how crucial it is to you when you're applying for field or all throughout your career here at UTA to check your MAVS email daily. Especially when you're applying for field, you need to check your MAVS email often as you can. The field office communicates exclusively through your email account. So you'll receive notifications of deadlines when we're opening applications, your acceptance and rejection from agencies, and any changes in dates or the procedure that relate to the field office. I can't stress enough, please check your MAVS email. The GPA requirement for field is that you must have a 3.0 or better when you're in the master's program. You must have a 3.0 when you apply for your field courses and before you're matched for a placement. You also must maintain a 3.0 the entire time while you're in your placement. Okay, your prerequisites for your foundation placement. Now keep in mind, your foundation placement is for students who do not have a bachelor's in social work, and it'll be your first year of your master's program. You're ready to apply for your foundation placement if you successfully completed the following courses. Social Work 5301, Human Behavior in the Social Environment. Social Work 5304, Generalist Micro Practice. Social Work 5306, Generalist Macro Practice. Be sure your advisor, this is your academic advisor, agrees that you're eligible for field. You cannot take these courses concurrently when you're in your placement, so you must have completed them prior to beginning your placement. In fact, it will seem kind of strange because while you're taking these courses, you will be applying for your field the following semester. So just be aware that all these have to be completed before you start your internship. Foundation field hours. These are the field hours for your placement. A split is a minimum of 480 hours in the course of 2 semesters. Basically, in 2 concurrent semesters, you'll be doing 240 hours each semester. So if you're doing a spring and summer placement, it would be 240 in the summer, 240 in the spring, 240 in the summer. If you're doing a fall spring placement, 240 in the fall, 240 in the spring. Consecutive semesters, I can't stress that enough. If you are doing your second semester, you'd apply for 5281 Applied Social Work Practice, and I'm sorry, I should go back and say the first semester number, Social Work 5681 Applied Social Work Practice 1. It's a field and seminar course, so you'll actually be interning in the field, and you'll also have a seminar course to go with it with a field liaison as your instructor. Foundation field hours. Now, please keep in mind that internships require commitment of completing hours for the entire semester, and that's when the course is in session. So you have to attend your internship during the entire time that the semester is rolling. So for instance, if you're completing a block, it would be a minimum of 480 hours in one semester. We talked about a split in the previous slide. Some of you may choose to do a block. You want to knock out all your hours in one semester. So if you're going to complete a block, you have to register for both of the courses. That would be Social Work 5681, Applied Social Work Practice and Field Seminar, and you would have a seminar going with that course as well. And Social Work 5281, Applied Social Work Practice, Field, and Seminar as well. Prerequisites for your advanced internship. Your advanced internship is when you have a BSW in social work or you've completed all your foundation courses and your foundation internship. Please keep in mind that you have to reapply for your advanced internship through E-Intern. You're ready to apply for your advanced field placement if you successfully completed the following. If your specialty is going to be in community and administrative practice, you'd be in the CAP specialty. So you'd complete all your foundation coursework, or you'd have advanced standing status, and you'd complete Social Work 5312, Community and Administrative Practice. Also check with your academic advisor to be sure you're eligible for field. I wanted to give you guys some CAP placement examples because oftentimes you select your specialty and you're not aware of what it correlates to when you're in the field. The School of Social Work's Community and Administrative Practice concentration is a choice of students interested in developing skills in designing, running, evaluating programs in the community. It's based on the social work principle that the larger environment is a central part of the reason why individuals thrive or encounter problems. So basically, CAP students learn to engage in leadership roles within organizations and communities in order to improve the world. Placement options for CAP students encompass social work agencies across the board and at times public policy related options. Okay, prerequisites for your advanced MSW for direct practice with children and families. If your specialty is children and families, you'll complete all your foundation coursework or you'll be at an advanced standing status. And you'll complete 5311, Advanced Micro Practice, and 5362, Direct Practice Children and Families. I want to give you guys some example, like I did before with the CAP placements, Children and Families placement examples. The Direct Practice with Children and Family specialty provides an advanced social work students with information and skills and expertise relevant to social work practice with children and their families in a variety of settings such as schools, foster care, adoption, Child Protective Service, Family Crisis Intervention, and among others. I want to stress to you that hospitals, including hospitals, are not permitted with this placement option. So if you're interested in being in the children and family specialty, please do not think that you can have a placement that correlates with a hospital as that correlates to health. Again, the examples of internships with children and families are foster care, CPS, adoption, schools, family crisis intervention, etc. Okay, for direct practice in health services, should you choose to be a health specialist, you have to complete all your foundation coursework or be in advanced standing status. You complete Social Work 5311, Advanced Micro Practice, and Social Work 5342, Direct Practice Healthcare. Here are some examples of health service placement options. The Direct Practice in Health specialty provides advanced social work students with information, skills, and expertise relevant to social work practice in health settings. And students focus on working with clients and families facing acute, chronic, and terminal conditions. Students learn to help patients understand illness and various treatment options. They intervene in crisis situations and serve as patient advocates. In addition, students focus on the promotion of health and wellness at both individual and community levels. Placement options for health students include children's hospitals, medical hospitals, and clinics. We also have options in hospice agencies as well as skilled nursing facilities. Okay, if you're in direct practice mental health and substance abuse, you need to complete all of your foundation coursework or be in advanced standing status. And then you complete 5311 Advanced Micro Practice and 5336 Direct Practice in Mental Health. Mental health placement examples. The Direct Practice in Mental Health and Substance Abuse specialty provides advanced social work students the opportunity to focus on assessment and intervention with those evidencing acute chronic mental health problems as well as substance abuse disorders. Students are trained to diagnose, treat, collaborate on with recovery and be advocates for social justice for persons across the lifespan who have mental health and substance abuse disorders, as well as to deliver services to support policies to prevent such disorders. Placement options include behavioral health hospitals, MHMR, health agencies offering substance abuse treatment, and we place many of our students across the Metroplex as well as in the state of Texas in behavioral health facilities. So that's where your internship would take place there. Your prerequisites for aging. If you're going to be in the aging specialty, you need to complete all your advanced coursework or be in advanced standing status and complete 5311 advanced micro practice and 5332 direct practice with aging. The direct practice in aging specialty provides advanced social work students the opportunity to work at the micro and macro level to develop and implement effective interventions, program, policy specific to the unique needs of older adults and their family and caregivers. They partner with practitioners and the community agencies to improve the lives of older adults. Placement options include skilled nursing facilities, hospice, home health and Alzheimer's, geriatric behavioral health agencies. Okay, for your advanced field hours, again, internships require a commitment of completing hours for the entire time the course is in session during the semester. Field is just like any other course, so you need to be in your internship the entire time the course is in session. A split placement, you register for Social Work 5482 and Social Work 5483 the second semester. It'd be a minimum of 240 hours each semester for a total of 480. All of our internships are 480 hours, so that's a good standard to remember across the board. For a block field placement, you need to register for Social Work 5482 and Social Work 5483. Keep in mind that's all 480 hours in the course of one semester. So oftentimes, if you want to think about it, that would be the equivalent of pretty much interning like a full-time job, almost 40 hours a week. Personal requirements. I can't stress to you enough to please begin planning for your field learning experience when you enter this program. While some placements offer hours at night and on weekends, also none exclusively allow our students to work during these times. All require that students attend supervision meetings during regular work hours. Those are hours between 8 to 5. So start thinking now, how will I balance this time commitment with all the other demands in my life? School, family, personal commitments, work. All those things need to come into play. Start planning now for how you're going to accommodate your internship. Plan now for field. This is a wonderful online tool that will walk you through the process of planning for your field placement at this time. It's basically an exercise, a personal exercise for you planning your experience. So just work through it. It'll help you input your time management and what you need to do in order to have the time allotted for field. Once again, I can't stress enough. Think how you'll balance this time commitment of your internship with the other demands of your life, okay? Please utilize the link and work through a plan now process. It's not something you have to turn in to the field office or to anyone here at UTA. It's something you're going to work on strictly for your benefit to help you plan for field. Now here's a picture of a cute puppy because all that I gave you information-wise was really stressful. And so I want you to all kind of calm down, relax, and look at the sweet, cute puppy dog before we go on. Okay, the next step is applying for field in our E-Intern system. This is an online system. If you need to search for it, you can just type in your Google search bar, UTA, that plus E-Intern. Please fill out all sections of your application in E-Intern. Once the application is complete, submit it. You'll need to list the prerequisite courses that I spoke about in the previous slides when you apply for your internship under additional courses. That way the field office will know you've completed those courses. You may be applying while you're completing those courses. Go ahead and list them. We will review it and we will verify at the end of the semester that you have in fact completed those courses and you are ready to begin your placement. Once you submitted your application, the field office will be ready to review your application for accuracy and completeness. And if you have completed a foundation internship, for instance, the first year of your master's, if you don't have an MSW, you still have to complete an advanced internship application again when you're applying for your advanced internship. Please note, if you do not have an undergrad in social work, you'll be completing 2 internships and you will have to apply for field twice. Okay, applying for field liability insurance. This is so crucial. Your application for field will not be approved until the field office receives a copy of your certificate of insurance, proving you've purchased professional liability insurance. This isn't your car or vehicle insurance or your house insurance. This is professional malpractice insurance. This insurance provides coverage for you for 1 year in case you are named as responsible for harm to a client. Now we know we're not going to have that happen here, but just in case, you have to have this policy to ensure to our agencies that you're covered. You must purchase policy limits of 1 to 3 million or your application will still not be approved. I can't stress enough that you have to have these limits. It's a requirement by our legal offices at UTA. The cost is typically around $30 to $50, and that website, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, links to all of our malpractice insurance providers. Feel free to click on that link and it'll take you directly to purchase a policy. Please don't purchase your I'm going to go back. When you're purchasing your policy, you're going to want to purchase it. They're going to encourage you to purchase it the date you call in. Don't purchase your policy the day you call in because you won't be starting your internship then because you're applying a semester prior to beginning your internship. Please start your policy the day, like for instance, if you're interning in the spring. Courses usually start sometime in January. Go ahead and have your malpractice policy start January 1st. Just have it start the month that you're going to be beginning your placement and let the provider know that. That way you're not paying for coverage when you're not interning. Your match. This is the fun part. When you're matched with an agency, the personnel in the field office will review your application and match your needs with the agency requests for students. Please note, we have students that are directly requesting students from us. Therefore, we all have to work together to make that match. If you are in the DFW area, your field advisor will match you to your placement. If you're outside the DFW area, you'll be required to find your own placement. Please work closely with your advisor either way, and they will assist you through the process. Please know that while we're affiliated with over 700 agencies, not every agency requests a student every semester. For instance, you might want to write your field advisor and say, I'm so passionate about this agency. Will they be available when I have my internship? I'm eligible in spring of 2019. Your field advisor probably can't answer that question at this time because we don't know what agencies are going to request students. So we can't guarantee you that you'll have a placement at your desired agency, but we will match you with someone closely related to your interest. So just note, all of our agencies that we work with are wonderful, and they'll provide you with a wonderful practicum experience. Also, if you're in the advanced specialty, when you're doing your advanced concentration placement, please note, I can't stress this enough as well. You will be matched to an agency that's according to your specialty. So for instance, hospitals correlate to health. That includes children's hospitals. Children and family, for instance, would be foster care, adoption, schools, etc. If you have a question about which specialty correlates to a certain agency or an area that you want to work with or population, send a note to your field advisor. We're happy to tell you. So that way you can take the appropriate DP course that correlates to your specialty of interest for your internship. Okay, here's the field assignment placement process. This is how this works. Basically, when you're ready to submit your field application through E-Intern because you've completed your prerequisite courses or you're currently taking them and you'll be ready in the next semester following to do your internship, you'll submit your application and you'll send a copy of your insurance to our main social work field email address, which is sswfield@uta.edu. After that, the field office will review your application. Please note this may not be immediate as we're processing hundreds of applications at times, so give us some time. It could be up to a month after you apply that you receive notification of your approval as well as your placement. After you're assigned to an agency, you'll receive an email directly from the field office telling you to contact the assigned agency to set up an interview. Please note, you need to be watching your MyMavs email because that's how you're going to get your internship assignment. When you receive that assignment, it is your responsibility to contact the agency and set up an interview. Please, please treat this with the same respect that you would treat as if you were going to a job interview or applying for a job. I can't stress that enough either. If you're accepted to your agency, the agency will accept you in E-Intern, and once again, you'll be notified via MyMav email. And then you'll log back into your E-Intern account and accept the agency in return, and they will know that you've accepted them. Then it's best to reach out to the agency and thank them, as well as ask them if there are any next steps before you start your internship, okay? If you're not accepted, the agency will decline you in the E-Intern system and you'll receive an email to your MyMav notifying you that you've been declined. You'll then contact your advisor in the field office and we'll begin the process again. Just want to let the people know that if you're matched to a hospital, this oftentimes happens when you're in your health or mental health placement, hospitals require some or the following at all of your own cost, okay? So please be aware that this cost will be a cost of your own. UTA cannot provide this as it's an agency requirement that's outside of the university. Many will require a drug test, oftentimes 10-panel drug test, a criminal background check, a negative TB test, a list of your current immunizations, proof of CPR class, a current copy of your driver's license, verification of personal health insurance, verification of a flu vaccine if it's during the flu season, your social security number, your date of birth, and they're going to request that all this is completed before the first day of class and you begin your internship. These are not our requirements, not UTA's requirements, but they're required to be in any hospital here in the Metroplex or the state of Texas. Other placements may require criminal background checks or CPR, but most of all, I want to stress that health and mental health placements that are in a hospital, you will most likely be required to meet all these requirements that are listed above. Now, I'm going to talk to you about the role of your field liaison. We have a lot of terms in field, and it's important to kind of distinguish each role. So your field liaison is your instructor of record with UTA. They're a part of the university. They're your advocate, your mediator between you, the agency, and UTA. They're our UTA staff member or faculty member, and they're here for you. They also work with the agency to assist you in whatever you need. So the field liaison will contact your field instructor as well as you by the midterm. If you're taking an online course, they'll have a Blackboard shell, so you log into your Blackboard course and you can communicate with them there as well. Your field liaison will review your midterm evaluation, and they will address any student concerns or concerns of the agency with you at midterm. They're also going to go over all your paperwork with you. You'll submit your learning contracts, timesheets, supervision logs. All of that will be submitted to your field liaison. They'll also assess and monitor your student supervision throughout the semester. Please keep in mind that it's required at any time during your internship, you must be supervised by a master social worker. That can be an MSW, an LCSW, or an LMSW. All those are fine. They just must have a master's degree in social work and 2 years of direct practice experience. Please don't come to me and ask, can an LPC supervise me? That is not permitted. They have to have a degree in social work, thus you're getting a master's in social work. Okay, this is an example of your timesheet. All of this can be found online on the Field Education website under the Forms and Documents tab. In fact, all of your paperwork's there. Your learning contracts, your timesheets, your supervision log. I just wanted to give you an example of what one looks like because you'll be using this daily throughout your internship to log your hours. You need to use the UTA's form. Many agencies will ask you to use their form. If you need to use their form for the purposes of checking in with the agency because that's their protocol, you will also need to transfer those hours to this form when you submit your hours to UTA. Also, the field instructor will need to sign this form as well. Okay, I kind of touched on this in the previous slide. I jumped ahead, but also the role of your field liaison, who is your instructor of record with UTA. They'll review and sign your learning contract. They'll review, approve, and sign your final evaluation. And they'll assign your course grade. So for instance, when your field instructor, that's the person with the agency, gets all of your paperwork, they're going to, of course, submit their evaluations of you to your instructor. However, it's up to your instructor to determine your course grade. Your liaison to determine your course grade. Your field instructor will recommend a grade, but your field liaison, who is your professor at UTA, will assign your grade. So just note they're your go-to person with UTA when you're in your internship. They'll also serve as a mediator between you, the agency, and UTA. Okay, here's the point of contact if you ever have an issue or a challenge that you're facing, or you just need to debrief with someone. Your field instructor at the agency is your first point of contact. If an issue arises or you're seeing a challenge, we're all social workers. We want to encourage you to first go to your field instructor. Express your concerns. It should be an open learning environment. You should be able to speak with them about any issues, challenges, positive things that happen in your placement. You oftentimes will need to debrief about your work with a client. They are your first go-to person. Your field instructor should meet with you for 1 hour each week, so that's a great time to bring up those issues, concerns, positive experiences, challenges, anything. That's your time with your field instructor. Please talk to your field instructor first. The second point of contact is your field liaison. Your field liaison is your instructor of record with UTA. Like I've said, they're your advocate and they're your mentor between the university, you, and the agency. The third point of contact, if you need to go outside of the field liaison because you feel something isn't being resolved, you have a challenge, or maybe you're just having communication challenges, talk to your field advisor. That's me, for instance, for the advanced. Your field advisor will help open those communication lines between your liaison and your instructor and hopefully work through anything that you need or be your advocate. Or, like I said, we're all here for you to support you in your internship at UTA. The last person and point of contact you want to reach out to is the Assistant Dean of Field Education. And they're the last person that you would contact if you needed something within your internship. Please work through all the channels in that order, and it just makes it for a smoother ride for everyone. And this is the protocol for contacting someone if you need assistance here during your internship. Okay, I want to talk to you a bit about the roles and responsibilities as a student who's interning within an agency. I can't stress enough that it's important to abide by the NASW Code of Ethics and the State Code of Ethics. You sign a form that you'll abide by them the entire time you're at UTA. This also applies when you're in your internship and learning from a wonderful master social worker. Also, you need to accept supervision and feedback from the field instructor and the agency staff. This is very important. Remember, you're in a learning environment. So if they give you feedback, please don't take it offensively. They're just trying to assist you along the way to make you the best practitioner you can be when you become a social worker. So please be open to feedback from anyone. Also, many members of the staff will also talk to you because we all work together in a social work environment in interdisciplinary staff roles. We all want to come together to serve clients the best. So be open if someone outside of the profession speaks to you about something. And if you have any concerns, speak to your field instructor about them if you need to address those, or your advisor. Once again, you consult with the field instructor if a problem occurs or if you have a challenge. Then you consult with your field liaison if problems aren't resolved. And then you also submit your completed timesheets and supervision logs to your field liaison. When I say completed, those mean signed, so by your field instructor. Student evaluations. Online links will be provided for your field instructor for both the midterm and final evaluations. You will not see these links. You will have no part in emailing them or anything. Your responsibility is to ensure that your field instructor completes both the midterm and final evaluations by the due date. If not, it could impact your final grade. Your field liaison will actually email them. The links come directly from the dean's office, and the dean's office does get a feedback sheet of which ones are completed or not. Please don't be on the list that shows that your midterm or final evaluation wasn't completed on time. Again, I can't stress to you enough, hold your field instructor accountable. We usually send them out about 2 weeks prior to the due date, so there should be plenty of time for them to complete them. It's fine if you sit there with them when they complete them. It's fine for you to go over them with them while they're completing them. It's a great time to talk and open communications about where you are in your placement, possible improvements or praises that you're receiving. In addition, you get a copy when it's completed. It's directly sent to your email. If you don't receive a copy, ask your liaison and they will provide you with a copy. Once again, students must help field instructors remember to complete and submit these documents on time or before the deadline. And the student will also receive an evaluation form to evaluate the agency and their learning experience. So the great part about this is at the end of the semester, you're going to evaluate your agency and the experience you had with them. We want your feedback. We want to hear about it. We want to know if this is a wonderful place to continue sending students. We're hoping it is, and we want to hear about any concerns or any great things that happened while you were there. So please remember to complete your evaluation form to evaluate the agency at the end of the semester. Field calendar. All important dates are posted on the field calendar. There's a link to it right there, but basically if you type in social work field education and go to the UTA page field, it's all posted in a little panel on the side so you can see all the important dates. So at any time, feel free to just go to this website and check out the calendar so you can keep on top of when things are due and plan ahead. It's just a great place to visit when you're have questions about when due dates are, etc. Okay. I'm sorry if you have any questions, I can't answer it directly because obviously this is an online presentation. Feel free to email us, contact us. Even if you're thinking about your placement, shoot us an email. We're really responsive. You can also call us. You can set up an appointment with us. The best way to do that is send us an email and we'll schedule a time with you via phone or in person. Other than that, I look forward to meeting each of you, and I hope you have a wonderful semester. And field, like I said, is the most exciting part of your time here at UTA, and I know you'll all do great. So follow up with us at any time, and I hope to see you soon.